Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner. Before we get started, I would like to thank these people for commenting on my last video. There are some still comments that I haven't answered, and so I apologize for that, but I will as soon as I can. I think I mentioned in the last video about Jean's lavender in my journal. She lives in Long Island, New York. And boy, what a crazy busy couple of weeks it has been for me. I think I had mentioned that I was going to my 50th high school class reunion, and I had an absolute ball, a fantastic time there. It was 3 days, and at the end of the video, I will show some pictures of that and me with my girlfriends from high school. And then the other thing is, remember, I was picking Fiona up, my puppy. She's been with me a week, and again, I will have some videos at the end of this video, pictures of her and video and what have you. But I'm exhausted, but she's actually a pretty good girl. So I finished my French journals. I will be putting them in my Etsy store in the next couple of days. They are very, very similar. There's probably minute differences in them. So I'm only going to flip through one of them. And this one here is the one that I filmed majorly. I don't know. You guys know how crazy I am with this dyslexia of speech. But anyway, so on the front of it, we have this beautiful image of the Eiffel Tower, France here. I did this kind of a lock closure. We have a beautiful doily here stitched. There's the back. Look back at the other videos where I'm showing my process of making this, and you'll be able to see it. It opens up like this into a kind of a tri-fold. I did a tutorial on this elastic band, and I put lavender in there. And on this side, I did a belly band. There are 3 authentic documents in there, and I would say 99.9% of the ephemera in here, the papers, are original, authentic French papers. So we have just a little calendar page. There's a dictionary page that I just ripped, so I'll have to repair that. Whoever buys these journals, just use this in your collaging. It's very fragile paper. And then this piece of beautiful, like onion skin paper from 1891. And those just slip into this little belly band here. I'm just going to leave them there for now. Now, my sister and I were having a conversation. Her name is Sherry, and she was talking about journal making, and she was a little confused on why you would put so many pages and flips in a journal. She likes a very clean journal. She's an incredible crafter. You saw me do a lot of her sale of her not slow stitch, but her cross stitch. So she's definitely my inspiration for a lot of crafting things. but our style of journal making is very different. She wants, I think, all the papers to be the same size, very clean looking, and not a lot of like what we put in junk journals. She likes a real clean style. I wish she had a YouTube channel because you guys would learn so much from her. So anyway, I did go through this book because she was under the impression that when you do a journal like this, there isn't very much room to journal. Like for instance, this. But I went through the book here and I counted the amount of places that you're able to journal. There are 88 places to journal. So that's, if you journaled every single day, that's 88 days of journaling. And some of the pages are quite big, so you could do several days on there. So I really think this type of journal could still at least carry you over for 6 months and maybe even longer. But anyway, let's get to the flip through. So on the front of it, I put a label here. These are from Rachel from Roxy Creation. This book belongs to. This is an original piece of, I think it's some kind of a document here. I don't know. The year has got to be from the 1800s. Let me just move this over. And now that we've kind of looked on this side, let me bring the camera down a little bit so you guys can see even better. And over. So I can't recall the date on that, but even because it's so fragile, it's tearing a little bit. But I thought this was so perfect for the very first page of the journal. I will put in the description box the kits I used. I use Rachel from Roxy Creations, her French Chateau kit. I used a lot of Medieval Mirage. I used Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah, her French kit. I used some of my kits in my Etsy store, and so I will hopefully try to remember to link all those and point those out as we go along. But this, I believe, is from Rachel's kit, and so you've got this beautiful area to journal here. I added some lace here. This book page here is from the 1800s. It's talking about the French Revolution. This is a different kit. I'm not quite sure if I can remember where it's from, but I've attached an envelope here with a rusty type of a paper clip, and it has a journaling page in there. This is original French, like a stock certificate, and so you're able to journal here. I've decorated this paper bag here. This is from Medieval Mirage, one of her kits, and then this is one of my kits. It's the 1700s alphabet kit, and then in there I've put this big journaling card in the pocket, and then on the other side I've added this with these French type fabrics, and then you can journal here. This is vellum here. I just added just a tiny bit of lace there. On this page, I used a paper punch to punch the edge, and on the ties from every signature, I've added just small little ephemera pieces. Most of them are from Medieval Mirage, and that's because she supplies with her kits all of these nice little small little what do I want to call them, items to cut out. And so I've glued them in, and then I've stamped in several areas using Stampin' Up stamps, but I bought the French ones. So I've stamped that there. And then in this paper bag, this is an original letter from 1956 to somebody in France. And it's, of course, written all in French. And I've left the letter in there. And then there is also a journaling card. And this is one of my kits, one of my images from my kit. It is called Ex Libre, I believe. Those are from what you put in the front of a book, and I've just decorated up, so that's where you could journal there. This is also one of my kits here. And then this is from Rachel's kit, and it's an envelope with a journaling ledger piece in there. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. And this is the back side of that stock, that French stock certificate. This is, I believe, some Tim Holtz tape. He has a washi tape selection that's all in French. This page right here has a little postcard that you can journal on. This is from Medieval Mirage, her scribe kit. And again, the back page of talking about the French Revolution. This here, nice journaling spot here from Rachel's kit. And then this is the back of that original document. And I'm trying to look. I think that says June of 18 either 16. It's the 1800s for sure. So I just love that. I did, oh, see, well, I can't really see that. Maybe 1864. I put a little bit of faux washi tape there. And let me just pull a little bit out because it looks like that's tearing there. It's just, I almost don't want to put it over there. I'll hold off on that. When I go to put stuff back in, I will decide what I'm going to do to fix that. This is an original document here. And I'm not sure of the date. Again, I think it's down here. It says 1800s, somewhere from the 1800s. But it has that beautiful kind of a raised seal there. And I had created this pocket for that. I did a belly band here, and I had added some lace. This is from, again, my digital kit, the alphabet from the 1700s. And what I did is I did a double layer. Underneath here is like a cardstock, Whisper, very vanilla cardstock, kind of a beige-ish color. Then I added the lace, and then I added the alphabet there. And then this is original ledger. And so you can just slide that under, lift that up and slide that underneath there. And so you're able to document there. This is a copy from 1691, and I copied it on parchment paper. a nice place for you to journal on. All the language pages in here, again, are from French books. This, I used some flexible texture paste. It is gold in color, and I used a stencil, and I stenciled the word Paris there. And then this is a bookmark that I created. This is got a key on one end and then the Eiffel Tower on the other end. And I just have it laying in there. And then this here is a place to journal on. This coffee dyed paper I know is from Triple V Vintage. Go over and check her shop out. That's Vern, my friend Vern. And then I had got these bags, and I can't even remember. They were from an Etsy store. But it's got this beautiful card in there that you're able to journal on. I use this kind of a gray cardstock because then when you slide it in that clear pocket, you're able to see the French writing. This is some onion skin French document. I believe it was about a winery, and I got this from Inked Paper Art. Little Eiffel Tower there, and then just a little rose, and I'm not sure what that building is. On this page, I created this little corner tuck using a fan from a digital kit. And then I just put in, I know this is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And it's a journaling card here. And again, from my kit, the alphabet. And I just wrapped it around that page. And so you're able to have something on both sides. And this is a French vocabulary card. On this page here, I paper clipped this in here. So it's a double journaling card. So you're able to journal on both of those pages and then even on the inside. And that is the other side of that copy of that French document. I created a small pocket here. Again, it's got a really nice clear bag. And what I did is I washi taped it to the side here. And so you have a journaling tag there. Added a bird there, some French book page, and some French fabric there. And so it just flips out. I did a border punch there on that page. And then I think I did tell you, this is some lace that I bought in France in 1984, and I backed it. So it's a really big pocket, but I backed the lace with some cardstock to give it support. And then in there, I have one of Rachel's envelopes with some of my blueberry dyed paper. This page, I did a border punch on the side. You're able to journal there. This is a book page from a French Bible that I hinged here. And so you're able to journal here. This is some vellum that I printed using Rachel's kit. And I printed on, like I said, on, is it vellum did I use? I think this is tracing paper that I printed that on. Another French book here. I added lace on the corner there. And then these little tags, again, Medieval Mirage, one of her kits, my kit, the letters, and then I just put a little sticker here that says Paris on it. On this page, I did a fabric tab, and I used the same fabric that's here, and I just doubled it up, stitched around it, added some double-sided tape so you're able to see it on both sides. What this says Marseille and Montpellier there. I can't remember if I told you guys, but I was married to a Frenchman for over 20 years. He was actually born in Italy, northern Italy, up by Venice, in an area close to Udine. But when he was 4, they moved to France. And so even though his name is Adriano, they changed it to Adrian when he was in France so that the kids wouldn't tease him so much and call him, I think they called him Macaroni Head or something like that. I don't know, but his name is Adrian now. But he's the father of my kids. And so we went to France quite frequently to see his family. And I was fortunate enough to see all of the country and with the assistance of somebody who was raised there. It is probably one of my favorite countries. France and Italy, my 2 favorite countries. The other place I would visit again is Israel, one of my other favorite places. But anyway, let's get back to going through the flip through. I can't remember if I told you this too, so looking at this page. So when he's my ex-husband, but we're good friends. When he was going back to France, I think 2 years ago or so, he told me he was going because he comes and sees our son, what have you. And I told him, I said, Adrian, I said, can you find me some French Bibles? And he goes, oh, yes, I can do that, no problem, And so he brought me back 2 French Bibles from his mother's house that she used. And my daughter threatened me within an inch of my life. She said, Mother, don't you dare dismantle those Bibles. Those are Mimi's, and they're my grandmother's, and I want you to pass them on to me, when you die. And so I have not dismantled those Bibles. I loved my mother-in-law. She was very, very good to me. Okay, let's get back here. I'm getting off all sidetracked. I haven't seen you guys in a while, so I feel like I missed you. I have a journaling card there and a postcard here that I did a little bit of decorating. I did a side corner tuck here. I believe this paper is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I stenciled a fleur-de-lis here. You guys saw me do a tutorial on this little corner tuck here, and I've just slipped in there a journaling card with I think the Champs-Élysées there. And this was from a French music book that I received, or I bought from Mr. Cup. I don't know if he sells on Instagram, and it's called Mr. Cup. He lives in France, and he curates things and sells them, and he's got fantastic stuff. I added some lace here to this page. This is a piece of butcher parchment paper, charcuterie, it says, from an area in Paris. I love the feel of that. I can't remember where I got this. It was from an Etsy store, and I think I got about 20 sheets at that time, so I'm glad I've still got some more of that. This page, this envelope flips down. I hope you guys can see it, but I will pull out. It's got a piece of paper in there that you're able to journal on. It's got this beautiful rose here. And let me kind of stand up to make sure. Do you hear Fiona? She's whining. She hears me talking. I've been watching lots of Cesar Millan videos, and as long as she's whining, I shouldn't go get her. It's when she stops whining, because if you go get her when she's whining, that's rewarding her for that whining. So I just kind of have to ignore her. She's okay. She's eaten, and her crate is butted up against the doggy door. So that's where her food and water is inside the crate. So she can come and go as she wants to, but she loves hanging out underneath my craft desk. I'll show you, again, watch at the end of the video. You'll see cute pictures of her underneath my craft desk. I think you guys remember seeing that that's where Finn used to hang out, and so, ooh, she's taken his spot. I've decorated the front of this envelope. This is even though it is German script, it's still, I thought it was pretty because of the floral image. I stamped here and added a faux postage stamp there. I have a doily here. This is original ledger page here. And what I did is I put another one of those fans there, and I added one of Rachel's tags here. I sewed around it and added a little lace up at the top. And then here's two more of those vocabulary cards that I've backed, so you're able to journal on them. One has a Tim Holtz floral image on it, and the other one has this dimensional butterfly that I created. French book page here, and then these are Medieval Mirages images from her kit. So you're able to journal there and able to journal there. Here is a little French bag with a French seed packet top. And so that's a journaling card there, and it just slides right in there. This is the other side of that parchment butcher paper. Here's the other side of that music paper, and what I did is I took another piece of music paper. I added this image here. It's a bicycle with some floral. I grounded it with some French book page, and then so you're able to journal here. This is straw paper from Rachel from Roxy Creations, and this is a really fun paper clip. It's a music note. You see that? It's very cool. So I've just attached it to this music paper, and it's really nice thick music paper. I think it has like a rag type feel to it. And then this is pull pull this over here a little bit. This is a little flip out here with a vellum bag and a journaling card. Now, I can't remember if I told you guys this, but that right there, let me just stand up for just 1 second so I can show you. This is a shoebox. And so I just took the lid, laid it in my printer, and scanned the image. My printer made it come out a little bit blue. As you can see, it's green here, but I love this box. Oh yeah, this was one that I got from Mr. Cup. He was showing this on his Instagram, and it was jam-packed full with French thread. And when you bought it, you bought the whole lot. So I have a lot of French thread. So I like this. I like this page. Able to journal there. I did do stenciling here using blending brush. I have a pocket here with an envelope. I'm not going to open it up. It just has some paper in there, so you're able to journal on that also. I added some book page here that I love putting that gold ink around some of my old vintage or antique lace, and just have that tucked in there. This is another part of a French Bible, and I just glued 2 pages together, and then I'll show you on the other side. So it made it longer because this was too small there. And when I did put this journal together, I did use a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Little tag there with a little side pocket, and it goes around to this side here, and this flips out, and so you're able to journal there. And then we have a nice journaling card here. This is, both of those are from Medieval Mirage. This is another onion skin paper. The other one was yellow. This one is blue. Monsieur Bignot. I need Adrian to help translate that for me. But I added a little bit of lace here, golden white lace on the page. Nice little journaling spots here. Some tags. I did do a tutorial showing you how to use, this was from the video where I showed you how to use very brittle book page. And so I just put that on that page. And then here I created this little booklet. And what I did is, this was an original. I've got it right here. But this is the original. And it's like a little birthday. It says, "Wish you happiness." And this is written, there's no date, but this is the original, and so I copied the idea, and I love it. I think it's very, very cute. I don't have the little poem in it like they do, but I'll have to show you guys how to do that. But this is the other side of those Bible pages, and then I added a third one here. This right here, I added just a little bit of French colored trim there. Nice big journaling spots. And you can even journal here. This is a nice place to journal right there. And I created this coffee stained glassine bag. I did a little stamping on it, add some fabric to it, and then just a very simple tag to journal on, and it slips right in there. I created a little pocket here using Medieval Mirage's kit, and there are 2 small little tags in there, and also I stamped using my French stamps on some fabric, and so I just had that laid in there. Can journal on both of those. Put a little lace up here, floral image here, use some French book page there, and they just slide right into that little pocket. Not very easily, but they do. They will slide in there. This is the culprit. That's, maybe I'll just leave that like that. Excuse me. I can just leave that laying in there like that. And let's see here. I believe I dyed that. I'm not sure. Maybe it was blueberry. Looks pretty pale. I have a little journaling tag here. There's French book page there. This is a French, looks like a ticket. And I just added a bird to it and a little tag on the top. And it just paper clips there with a rusty paper clip. This is some of my coffee stained paper here. And then these are the images that are in the middle of the signature. I added just a tiny bit of lace here on the end of this book page. And then this is Stampin' Up! Die of the Eiffel Tower. And I just put it there. Nice journaling spot here. And then what I did is I paper clipped this to this page, and you're able to journal there. But it's 3 different colors of fabric. No, 3 different types. It's all one color. It's white. And so it just kind of goes over the page there. And then there's a paper clip that attaches so it doesn't fall off. But I'll fix that in a little bit. This I did a tutorial on. This was the fragile book page, and I just die cut it out, added a little bit of Florentine paper there, and then glued it there. This is from a French magazine. I love that old lady. And this is from 1899. And I did a little side tuck there with a French letter. And I'm not going to open it up, but it's one of those that it's very fragile, and it tucks into itself. This is one of Medieval Mirage's kits, and I just put a little bit of 3 different laces in one of her little oval things that I punched out there to decorate that. This is original paper. I'm not quite sure. It's written in French. Feels kind of like rag paper. I added a little bit of blue lace here to that page. You're able to journal there. And I don't know if you guys recall, this is in my shop, but these are the original pages. Even though I bought this in Italy, it's all written in French. This is original, but I did scan a lot of these images, and it is in my Etsy store. Isn't that beautiful? And then I again just use some of Medieval Mirage's images to put on the strings there. I created a little top loading tuck here with some applique, and then this, I just left this plain. This is one of Rachel's tags. I did sew around it, but I knew if I did too much decorating, it would not slide underneath there. And see, you're able to still journal right there. You're even able to journal here if you want. I created a pocket here and added this postcard. This is a faux postcard. I created this postcard. Did the stamping, the lines, and because this is from either a digital kit or one that a postcard that I had that I then copied and just added a little bit of fabric as the tab. And then just a little decor there. I added this bird on here and this butterfly. I have my letter from the journal maker here. You guys have seen me do this before. This is original French newspaper from 1912. And I always put my letter to whomever buys my journals. I put it in a pretty good size piece of like a parchment or tracing paper. And this tells the recipient, oh, I need to sign that, what a journal is, how you should make it your own. I've been thinking about putting in my Etsy store this letter. I just haven't had time, but I will try to remember to do that. But anyway, that is it for this video. This video is already 42 minutes long. I think I will do a separate video of my class reunion and pictures of Fiona. I think 42 minutes is more than enough time for you guys to have to sit and listen to me or watch me. But as always, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. You guys are just fantastic. You're so good to me. I love doing this. I told my daughter the other day, usually I would have a video up Monday morning at 8 a.m. and I wasn't able to get it done, and I was explaining to her, I said, you know, this is now my job. I consider this my job. What a wonderful job, a fun job. But having a YouTube channel and an Etsy store and, you know, being an Amazon affiliate, I do get a little bit of money from Amazon if you do purchase anything that's in my description box. That's my job. So anyway, I love this journal. I love how it turned out. I will go in and do a couple of those small repairs, and I will have this in my Etsy store as soon as I can. But thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks, and bye-bye.